Well, good Monday morning, Alaska. We are talking about ridge that has begun to build back in across the state. Of course, we did see that through the weekend, but that's shifted to the southeast, and we are still seeing the return to some active weather across the state. Giving you a live look at what we're dealing with outside here across South Central. Those mostly cloudy skies have returned to the region. Now, we'll see some sunshine breaks throughout the day, but largely expecting to hold on to those mostly cloudy to overcast skies. You can see many areas across the state waking up this morning to those temperatures in the 50s and the 60s. We are seeing a few locations in the 40s, but for the most part, this active weather continues to remain with us. When we look at the upper level pattern, we do have a ridge of high pressure out towards our southeast. We've got that trough as you head out towards western parts of the state, which is where we're going to favor some of the heaviest activity today and into our Tuesday before that rain begins to lighten up into our Wednesday. So there's our ridge. You can see influencing not only southeast, but the weather pattern here across South Central through the interior, as well as areas as far north as the slope, where we're going to see parts of Prudhoe Bay warming into the 60s and the 70s the next couple of days. But that ridging remains, with summer returning to southeast. We'll see an extended period of some drier weather through at least Wednesday, with those daily highs warming into the 60s and possibly even some 70-degree readings for the Panhandle. Meanwhile, as you head out west, we've got heavy rain to be expected, more so for the southern Seward Peninsula, Norton Sound, and parts of the Yukon Delta. We'll also see a chance for some showers here across South Central as that ridge has shifted to the southeast, and you notice our flow here across South Central is coming in from the southwest. So what that's going to do is to tap into some of that moisture as well as cloud coverage with that area of low pressure we have just south of the central Aleutian. So that will keep some rain with us today. Only isolated to scattered activity expected across South Central. Of those locations that do manage to see the rain, it'll amount to less than 1/10 of an inch of rainfall to be expected. But if you live out west from Gamble, St. Lawrence, the southern Seward Peninsula, the Yukon Delta, you're going to see wet and windy conditions the next couple of days. Some of the heaviest rain really expected to take aim on the southern Seward Peninsula, as we are going to see the potential for up to, if not more, than an inch of rainfall. Notice as we welcome in Tuesday, that ridge, it begins to build back in across South Central. So any rain that we do have across the region will come to an end tomorrow, and we should see the return to some sunshine across the region with those temperatures once again warming back into the mid to upper 60s. So can't rule out some isolated to scattered showers across South Central with a chance for some thunderstorms through the interior, but you can see that swath of rain that extends from the northwest Arctic Borough down through the Bering Strait, the Chukchi Sea, through Gamble, St. Lawrence, and then through the western Aleutians. That area of rain will slowly push eastward, and as it does, it's going to dump some heavy rain across western parts of the state. So again, the southern Seward Peninsula, Norton Sound, as well as through parts of the Yukon Delta, you're going to see an extended period of rain through the next couple of days. Now, the first half of your Monday largely will be on the dry side, but once that rain increases later today, it's going to carry us on into our Tuesday and then eventually tapering off Tuesday night into Wednesday. But you can see another area of low pressure building into southwest Alaska, coming in from the northern Pacific as we welcome in our Wednesday. So yes, active weather is set to remain with us across the state. We are going to see that gusty conditions, or let me rephrase that, we are going to see a lot drier weather and the return to some lighter winds for the Panhandle the next couple of days. So enjoy the return to that summertime warmth. Meanwhile, when it comes to that rainfall, you can see areas of the interior here in South Central. We can't rule out some isolated to scattered showers, and of course parts of the interior we're also going to see a chance for some thunderstorm development. Best opportunity for that will be really for locations south and southeast of Fairbanks. There it is out towards Nome. Notice 1 to about 1.5 inches of rainfall to be expected. So we're already beginning to see that rain impacting areas of Gamble, St. Lawrence. That heavy activity will push eastward and making its approach towards western Alaska later today and into the afternoon hours. One thing we're also watching is that air quality through the interior. Over the weekend, we did kind of see it fluctuate this morning. It is on the moderate side for Fairbanks, while North Pole is seeing a good air quality. Now, our winds, they've shifted around out of the southwest. That should help filter some of that smoke out. In fact, you notice most of those smoky skies drifting to the north over the Brooks Range, parts of Prudhoe Bay, and as you head out towards the eastern Beaufort Seacoast. With that said, the interior will still hold on to some hazy and smoky conditions, but we really shouldn't see any unhealthy air quality the next couple of days. But we will see the chance for some showers and thunderstorms staying with us through at least the middle of the week. Temperatures do steadily warm. We're talking about mid to upper 70s 70s looking likely by week's end. May even see some 80-degree readings, but largely expecting this warmer weather pattern to once again stay with us across a good portion of the interior. We're not expecting any extreme warmth across the state, but we are going to hold on to some of that summertime warmth. So there it is, that ridge across the eastern parts of the state where we're going to see highs in the 60s and the 70s as you head out west where we're seeing that trough, which is bringing wet and windy conditions. This is where we're going to see daily highs in the 50s and potentially the lower 60s. Southwest, you're largely on the dry side today, but you'll see increasing rain arriving by the middle of the week. Meanwhile, here across South Central, we can't rule out some isolated to scattered showers. If we see any of that activity, it will come to an end through the morning hours tomorrow with a return to some sunshine, and then by Wednesday into Thursday, we'll be watching some increasing rain for coastal areas. Those daily highs, though, expected to warm back into the mid to upper 60s. So far this season, we've only seen a handful of days with temperatures warming into the 70s. We'll certainly see that potential for highs near 70 into the weekend. Of course, we'll continue to monitor that trend. For now, though, we're going to stay slightly cooler than what we typically see for July standards, with temperatures the next couple of days in the lower 60s. We'll have more on that coming up in the noon show as well as in the evening newscast. For now, if you live out west, just be prepared. Those heavier rain showers and gusty conditions up to about 40 miles per hour will be possible through your Tuesday evening on into Wednesday morning. Make sure you have a great Monday. And of course, I'll be watching for some of that heavier rain through the remainder of the day.